Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to share with you my twisted military braid. Now let me tell you the history on this braid. I came out with this in 2021 or 2022. I did a video on it for my VIP members on September, well, I uploaded the video on September 13th of 2022, and I will screenshot that, and there's a reason for that. Yeah, it was for my VIP members, and it still has that same thumbnail that I originally did it on, and the mum that I put it on was the purple, white, and silver one, and I'll also show a screenshot of her mum from that year. I make her mum every year, and she always wants something different, so that was something different and unique I could give her. And while I was making the braid, I did a video for my VIP members, and I did a couple of them. It's not a braid that I'm super crazy about. It's just another version of a military braid. But I will give you a little history. But let me go ahead and braiding this. So we're going to start this out. However you start out a military, that's how you want to do it. And I like to go ahead and make a loop and staple those together. Try to make just big enough to get another loop in. We don't want to make it too big. So I am doing 3 yards of each color, but I doubled the ribbons. So that means I actually have 6 yards of orange and 6 yards of black, but they are folded in half. And then of course the shiny side is out on both sides. That's going to make a nicer braid, and then also you're not going to have the dull side showing. So again, 6 yards, but it's folded in half, so you only need 3 yards of each color for braiding to get whatever length I get. I don't think I even have 3 yards written down, but it's just the same, whatever measurements you use for making a military braid, that's what you want to do. Now the trick to this, when you make a military braid, you go forward and you make another loop and you go inside that loop, right? So we're going to do that. But on this side, instead of going forward, we're going to go backwards. So on my right side, I'm always going to go forward, and on my left side, I'm always going to go backwards. Again, forward on this side, backwards on this side. Now sometimes I do forget, because if you're just in the habit of making regular militaries, then you're going to get in that habit. The reason why I called it a twisted military, again, I went to the front or forward with that, is because once you start making this, you're going to notice that it's going to naturally twist. So it's a military, twisted military. Okay, so this one we're going to go backwards again. And let me get a few loops made, and then you can see what it's doing. I try not to make my military braids too tight. I think it would probably twist more if you make it the tighter you make it, and probably less the looser you make it. So again, we're going to go backwards with that one. Snug that up. These ribbons are really stiff. You can use satins and grosgrains and all kinds of ribbons to make a military. Forward, snug that up, backwards, you can already see it wanting to twist. Now you see how those do differently than that, and when you turn it over, it's the same thing on that side. So those are going that way, and this one going the other way. So what you would normally see on the back side of a military, you're seeing on both sides. So, in a military you have the front and the back. Now you're putting both on both sides. So one side is front, one side is back. Like I said, I came out with this braid. I did a video for this braid in 2022, uploaded it September 13th. Now, I made this braid, or this tutorial, public after 2 years, or almost 2 years. It was in June I made it public because, first of all, I hadn't even really thought about it much because I don't make it very often, And another reason is because there is a mum maker on TikTok that likes to upload her braids, and she always likes to put in there, I keep seeing screenshots of it even though I have her blocked, of how people on YouTube like to imitate her braids and rename them and claim them as their own. Okay, I have done tutorials for some of her braids, and I have never claimed any of them as my own. Connie has done videos for some of her braids and has never claimed them as her own. I'm certain she's talking about us, because who else is she talking about? She has a problem with us. We're not going to go into that. It's mum drama that doesn't need to be rehashed. But unfortunately, as much as this person likes to keep commenting that people like to imitate her braids and rename them and claim them as their own, she has been pushing a braid this spring. She has been teaching it all over classes that she's been going to, that she's been teaching at. And of course I keep hearing all about it. And that braid is none other than my Twisted Military, except she named it the Swank Braid. And she has been promoting the crap out of it on TikTok and making little jabs, teaching it all over. I have heard that she's claimed that she created it. I have not seen that. But this is just some of the nasty behavior that is unprofessional but comes from professionals. We have dealt with a lot of drama, and the drama is all because we teach on YouTube. That's it. There was never anything done to them. We left them alone. They kept talking bad about us over and over on social media, and anyway, it's gotten really bad. The harassment's even gone in public, in front of people's faces. Lots of bad behavior. Not from this person that did the swank, though. From what I understand, when she was in public with some of our people, she was very well behaved. So I don't understand why she's acting one way on TikTok, but well behaved in public. I don't know. But for months now, I've been listening to swank this, swank that. People in our own community and group have even commented before that, isn't that the swank braid? And then I have to explain that I came up with this braid 2 or 3 years ago, made a video in 2022. She can call it whatever she wants. I don't care if somebody calls their braid what I call it, even if I created it. If you want to call it what I created it, that's, yeah, it makes me feel good that you want to do that, honor me that way. But if it doesn't go with your business, if you like to name your braids that kind of go with your business name and stuff like that, completely understand that. But some people are going to do that just to be rude. And that's what's happening, I suspect, with the swank braid. It's unfortunate, but it is happening. So I am putting out another video of this braid. And you can call it whatever you want, but please do not attack any of my people, any of my community in the comments section. If they call it a Twisted Military, do not attack them and say, no, that's a swank braid. Because I am going to get upset. As I said, I have never claimed a braid as being my creation. That wasn't. I don't always know the name of braids when I learn them, because a lot of times I figure them out on my own. I'll see it and I'll have to figure it out on my own because I don't have anyone that's willing to teach me and never have in the mom community, in the basic mom community, because nobody was willing to share when I started out, and I can guarantee you they're not willing to share with me now. Every once in a while somebody would share something with me. Of course, Connie is always willing to share, and we've got new people making videos with new channels, and they are lovely and wanting to share and learn. We've got Savannah, we've got Kristen at Emerald, we've got AP, which is Amy, I believe Amy, please tell me, I'm sorry if I got that wrong, I think it's Amy. Darla was putting out a lot of videos last year. I haven't seen anything from her this year yet, but she has a very young, she's got kids, but she's got a baby, so I don't know how she did any videos last year, but she put out a bunch last year, a lot of creative stuff. Kristen at Emerald, she's coming out with some creative new stuff. And that's another reason for me to do this, because she came out with something called the Emerald Braid. It was something unique, and she, you know, she asked too, has anybody seen this? I came up with this, and she's came out with some other unique stuff, and we were like, no. And so she did a video on it. Oh, I ran out of space. And then she came out with a deluxe version, and she's on TikTok and YouTube. I like to make a little loop at the end, just for hanging purposes. I mean, they can use that for attaching to the mom, but if you hang up your braids, if you're able to make a little loop at the end, then that gives you something to hang that on. All right, so this one is pretty straight, and that's crazy, but I think it's because I did it looser, and I usually go really snug on my military braids, so this is what it usually does, but I can make it really straight, so I like that too. You see how pretty shine on both sides, and I ended up with a 24-inch braid. I need to write that down because I was hoping that's what I would get. 3 yards equals 24-inch braid. This is the 9/16 number 7 number 3 ribbon, 9/16 width. So if somebody comments and asks me what size ribbon I used, how much ribbon I cut, what size braid I ended up with, I'm gonna know that you didn't watch the video or that you just had the sound off, because that could be a possibility too. Anyway, back to Kristen. So she made this emerald braid. I have not tried it yet, I want to. And then she made a deluxe version, and she put them on YouTube and also put them on TikTok. And somebody that I guess is friends with Swanky here, the one that renamed it Swank, I guess she has a braid that's somewhat similar, but from people that make the braids, they say that they're completely different. But somebody, not the person that named this Swank, you know, Kristen had on there that this was an original braid that she created. And this person had to comment something snipey about, yeah, I really enjoyed watching so-and-so make that braid this spring. And it was, or teaching that braid or something. The way it was worded, you could definitely tell that she was accusing her of stealing this person's idea, or renaming it. And, you know, I think it doesn't help that that person is constantly putting in their comments and stuff, and I see these screenshots, so I know she's doing it, saying that people on YouTube steal her braids, rename them, and claim them as her own. Nobody has done that. Nobody, yeah, we make videos of some of her braids because people want to learn them, but we don't claim them as our own. And Kristen has not done that either. Kristen has only put out, I think Kristen's only put out her original stuff that she's came up with this year. I don't think she's done a video on anything she didn't create. I could be wrong, but so far that's it. And there was just no reason for it. Kristen's new to uploading and sharing her ideas, and so it hurt my heart that she's already dealing with that. But for some reason, people in the community feel like they have to take sides and attack other people. But I just feel like if she wasn't commenting that all the time, And maybe she's not doing it all the time. I've seen it. I've seen it in more than one of her videos. I've seen screenshots of her saying that, and constantly making videos that says when somebody on YouTube imitates you, that it's the best part of flattery, or best form of flattery or something. And I feel like she's working her community up, the people that love her and follow her. I think she's working them up to looking out for people stealing stuff from her. So I think that that is part of the problem. I think a lot of y'all know, like, a lot of the drama that we've dealt with and the bad feedback that we have gotten from professional mum makers, and I will honestly tell you that it all started just because we share what we learn and what we know. That's it. I've gotten so much negativity from these professional mum makers behind closed doors, on Facebook, on stuff, you know, telling people not to watch my videos, that I'm not a professional, that I'm not this, and I'm not that you shouldn't support me. And I never did anything to any of them. I kept quiet for years. I'm no longer keeping quiet when people attack me. And to me, that was a form of attack. So, like I said, I've always said, you guys can call them what you want, especially if you've got a business and you like to have a theme for all your braids and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it does honor the mum maker if you know that they created it and that they named it that. So I try to name it that. And I will say, you know, I have made videos for her Mobius braid, and I say that it's a Mobius braid. I didn't rename it. I have never claimed that it was mine. So, you know, it is what it is, but it's out there. I know y'all just want to learn and grow, and that's great, but you do have to be careful in this community and who you trust and who you become friends with, because there's a lot of bad women in this community, unfortunately. That has been my experience, but I am still going to continue to share and continue to be here. But I will keep y'all informed of what's going on, what's happening, so you look out for that. And you know, I have, like I said, I've had people come and say that's a swank braid, and that's unnecessary. It's really unnecessary that is happening. So I was the creator of this braid, and certain people in the mum community and the professional mum community come after us too for wanting people to call our braids what we name them. But they are the same people that came after our friend TJ for creating the zigzag braid, because they wanted to say that somebody else created it, even though we had proof, even though TJ had proof that she made it and when she created it, and that she even had it on at least one mum before this other mum maker came out with the braid. And they came after her hard for over a year, and they're still coming after her. And they did it at a mum show recently towards Connie. They did it on purpose because Connie was there, and Connie promised the owners of this store that she would not cause any drama and she would not react to any drama, and she did not. But they made sure to talk about the zigzag braid and that their person was the creator of it, and they were smiling from ear to ear at Connie while they were doing it. She spoke about it on a live if you want to hear more about that. But there's a lot of bad behavior in the mum community, and it's unfortunate. But y'all can learn and share from whoever you want, whoever you get inspiration from. Be careful about the mum drama. And I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry about the drama that went with it. It's unfortunate, but here is another braid. I hope you like this. And like I said, it was for my VIP members only, but it was shared apparently with her, but it had been out for a couple of years, so it wasn't a huge deal. But thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate y'all so much. And like, share, subscribe, do all those YouTube-y things, comment with any questions, or just give me an emoji. But please be kind with those comments. I don't appreciate nasty comments. Thank y'all so much. I will catch you all in the next one. Happy mom making, happy crafting. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. A lot of people forget about that. And God bless.
Welcome back to the Southern Cottage. I am Connie, and today is the day we are going to make a Mobius. So I found Donna Beard, the creator of the Mobius, on